Welcome back to Your World in Agriculture. I'm Mike McGinnis for this December 10th, 2024, and it's USDA Report Day. So we're going to go over some data here from the NASS and USDA's agency, and it's really something that happens every month. And the numbers, of course, this month may not get the reaction from the market that might come on January. The January report is seen as one of the more important reports of the year, and this report in December, maybe not so much, but still numbers that are highly watched. First off, we'll hit some of the highlights. The USDA released corn-friendly data. The soybean average market price also dropped. Soy oil exports are expected to jump, according to the USDA. World wheat production may hit a record high in 2025. We'll also have some market reaction for you in just a moment. First off, the prices as far as corn and soybean futures markets jumped slightly from the USDA's WASDE report. Brazil's crop weather remains the focus for most traders. So let's dive in. The USDA's December supply, demand, and crop production reports are seen as neutral to friendly overall. As far as the ending stocks for the U.S., the corn number is really what jumped out to many folks. It dropped to 1.73 billion bushels from an average estimate of 1.8, and also the USDA's November number of 1.9 billion bushels. So again, a drop to 1.73 was market friendly. Soybeans stayed pretty much the same as last month at 470 million bushels, and the wheat ending stocks at 795 million, dropped from 815 million in November. For the world ending stocks for the old crop, 2023, 2024, 316.2 million metric tons for corn. That was down slightly from November's 314. Soybean number came in at 112.1, essentially the same as November, and no change for soybeans. For the world wheat ending stocks, up slightly at 267 million metric tons from the 266 million in November. Now, for the 24-25 marketing year for the world ending stocks, corn fell to 296.4 from the November estimate of 304 million metric tons. Soybeans at 131, essentially the same as November. The wheat world ending stocks for 24-25 marketing year at 257.8, essentially unchanged from November. Now, let's take a look at some of the data bullets for corn. First off, the U.S. corn exports raised this month by 150 million bushels. That's indicating good demand internationally for U.S. corn. Corn used for ethanol, forecast raised by 50 million bushels. It has its highest pace since 2017. So good domestic use for corn and also international use. Global production dropped 1.5 million tons, driven mainly by the drop in production in the EU and Mexico. Now, for the 2023-2024 marketing year, Brazil's corn exports dropped as it uses more corn domestically for ethanol production. U.S. corn exports will pick up as a result, some of that market share. The 2024-25 global feed use for corn was adjusted 2.9 million tons. It's a higher global corn exports, lower ending stocks due to lower stocks in the U.S. and China. So that's good news also for the corn market. Increased use globally for feed. China's corn production was left unchanged. However, China corn imports lowered to 14 million tons. That would be the lowest since 2019-2020. So even though China is not producing as much corn, they're still not going to bring as much in. Soybean data points include the balance sheet showing no real changes. The USDA lowered its average market soybean price by 60 cents per bushel. USDA says about 1/3 of the U.S. crop has been marketed at the $10 per bushel level. Soybean oil export forecast raised by 500 million pounds this month versus last month. Global soybean output raised by 1.7 million tons this month versus last month, reflecting higher area in Argentina, Bolivia, and Canada. 1.3 million ton increase in soybean crush globally. That reflects increased crush in Argentina versus a month ago. Higher soybean oil exports from Brazil and the U.S. This was another big story that came out of today's report. This reflects tighter palm oil supplies in Malaysia and India. Soybean exports raised 300,000 tons from November's estimate, with Canada exporting more soybeans. Now we turn our attention to wheat. Wheat production globally down from last month, but still a record high at 793 million tons. World ending stocks up this month slightly to 257 million metric tons, but still the lowest since 2015-16. So again, that's a positive market story for the wheat. Russia's wheat exports lowered by 1 million tons versus a month ago. Russia's export quota in place now is driving the lower estimate from the USDA. U.S. wheat exports raised by 25 million bushels. 60% of the U.S. crop is expected to be marketed at this point. Now, the trade reaction was as follows. Corn market gets favorable data, but it remains stuck. Also, some traders believe that the bean market trade is under $10 and could be headed for $9.35. Also, soy meal may be headed to a 20-year low of $280 per short ton. And again, the market in general traded a little bit higher as a result of the December USDA supply, demand, and crop production reports. Again, be sure to subscribe and like Your World in Agriculture for more farm content. I'm Mike McGinnis.